Hi, everybody, and welcome to a new interview with your TrakRap editorial team. Today, we want to talk about a new Siemens project with the British company TrakRap. With its innovative code wrapping technology, TrakRap is sustainably revolutionizing the packaging industry. Peter Welp tells us today how the market entry was achieved with the help of Siemens Financial Services. Peter, with the British company TrakRap, Siemens is going on the path to environmental friendly packaging machines. Such a high engineering effort is initially very expensive and deters manufacturers from going this path. So how could this challenge still be solved?
Yes, it's a wonderful question. The first thing is, and that I think that makes the difference in this case. The first thing is that we had a really intensive discussion and experience with Martin, the CEO, and we understood together his customer journey, means the way go to market between his end customer. And I think one of the important thing is when you discuss about that, where you're asking for usage-based models to understand what is necessary, what is the right idea for the end customer. And you asked, is it expensive? No, it is not expensive, because the idea is very, very simple. You discuss with your customer what is the usage of your machinery later on, what are the efforts of that machinery for you end customer, and then you discuss in the sales process, in the how to go to market, what are the right portions of money for him to pay. And in this case, last but not least, the machine is paid by pay per wrap. That means the customer can change into a very modern machine, sustainable architecture. In that way, he pays per wrap.
Yes, that's very interesting. But how does the Siemens Financial Services pay-per-wrap model exactly work? And what are the advantages?
Yes, in a very, very simple way, Dirk. It is so, the OEM, in this case TrakRap, makes from the sales perspective to his own customer an offering. And he says to the customer, okay, let us not look on one-time sale and a service contract. He's looking at a lifetime of the customer. And then together with his customer, he is discussing about the usage. That means you shift the business from a one-time sale to a lifetime sale perspective. And in calculating the model, now, in the discussion between TrakRap and the end customer, they figure out exactly what is the price per wrap. And there's a second contract, and this contract is not between the end customer and the SFS. It is between TrakRap and us. And in this internal contract, we refinance, or in the business language, we fund this opportunity in that way that it is for the customer, for the OEM TrakRap, offside his balance sheets means this is a typical way of capex opex shift in the internal contract between us and TrakRap. And in this case, it is funded by a lease.
So is this business model sustainable for any innovative and forward-looking manufacturer? So who should be involved with it?
We have more than 40 years experience in SFS with models like this. When you look on a comparable business, telephones, when you look on business with IT storage systems, or when you look at healthcare machineries, like Röntgen or so, it is a typical situation that the customers say, it is important for me not to pay for the whole machine, but to pay as I use it, as I need it, or as I can sell it to my customer. You find equal models also in sustainable businesses like energy efficiency contracting in buildings. And we figured out over hundreds of cases for typical archetypes of customer. One is the typical customer who wants to change between CapEx and OpEx, means the business of the customer is oriented on financial KPIs. The second, we name it partial loader, is the typical customer who say, I don't know if I have business enough for the next 3, 5 or 6 months. Then a fourth archetype of customer is we name it technophile. It's a customer who says, I do not want to have an old machinery. I want that the technology increases with my business. So you have a situation where you say there is a deep technical relationship between the end customer and the OEM. And in every case, the technology increases so that the business of the customer is in an optimal way. And the fourth archetype of customer, we name it outsourcer. That is a typical customer where the machine is not the core business of the customer, where the customer is only interested on the output of the machinery. So in a nutshell, we found 4 typical archetypes for this customer or for this business models. And I think that is really the challenge to discuss first with customers like TrakRap. What is the customer journey between you, OEM, and your end customer? What is the typical archetype of customer you want to deliver your business, you want to offer your machinery? And so it's a very interesting thing. And as you perhaps know, we have in our company an association named MindSphere Association. And in this MindSphere Association, we founded a group for financing and insurance where we discuss exactly these questions you had.
So Peter, thank you for the very interesting answers and introducing us in TrakRap from the view of Siemens Financial Services. Thank you for being with us today.